Today we're going to take a look at ways to pick your hammock location. So stay tuned through the intro. What's up? My name is Doug, aka the Bearded Outdoorsman. Welcome to another video. If you're new here, if you're new to my channel and you enjoy beard product reviews, hiking videos, gear tips, gear reviews, then make sure to take that first step and hit that subscribe button. And consider hitting that like button as well if you find this video helpful. Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at some things that you need to take into consideration when you're picking that location for your hammock. Hammocks in general are very easy to hang. You don't have to worry about a lot of things that you do if you were sleeping in a tent. But there's a couple things that you need to take into consideration. That's what we're going to talk about today. Alright, so let's get one thing out of the way. You do not have to worry about if the ground is level, if the ground is rocky, if the ground is whatever. You don't have to worry about that. You can hang your hammock across a creek for all that matters. So that's one of the benefits of sleeping in a hammock. So get that out of the way. Now let's move on to the meat. Okay, my biggest suggestion for a new hammocker, new person that's wanting to hammock camp or hike and carry a hammock, biggest suggestion I have for you is to take your hammock, get out into the woods and practice setting it up between various locations. What that's going to do is it's going to give you a visual representation of the length or the distance between the trees that you need. You're not going to have to stretch a hammock and then find out your trees are too close together, or stretch your hammock and find out that your trees are too far apart. You can visually look at two trees and tell that they're right for you to be able to use your hammock. Now, a lot of hammocks like this one back here with the tree straps, very adjustable. Very adjustable, so it gives me a lot of room to play around with. But I can tell you, when I first started taking a hammock and going camping and hiking, I'd go from tree to tree to tree because I wasn't accustomed to knowing what those two tree perfect distance was. So I'd bounce between two trees and then this wouldn't work, so I'd go between two more trees. So biggest advice I have for you is find somewhere with a bunch of trees, practice, set up your hammock, find out what you like, then take it all the way down and go to two more trees. You'll get a visual representation of where you need to be looking for when you're setting up your hammock. Okay, the next thing, I talked about it in my mistakes video, but the other thing that we need to be looking at when we're setting up our hammock, we could have the perfect two trees, but above us we've got a dead limb. What do? You got to find a new place. Those up top are called Widowmakers. All right, dead limbs above you are considered Widowmakers because if a storm blows through during the night and that limb falls, it could harm you. It could, if at the very bare minimum, cut a hole in your tarp or cut a hole in your hammock. But what we don't want to happen is the top of that tree to fall out and land on you and leave you dead or leave you seriously injured in the backcountry trying to figure out how you're going to get back to safety. So if you have the perfect two trees but there is a dead limb, a dead treetop, or anything like that above you, got to find a new spot. Something else to consider. So when you set up that hammock in that perfect location, what about the undergrowth that is under your hammock? Now, you don't want to cause a bunch of damage and cut down a bunch of trees just to hang your hammock. So try to find you a location where minimal damage can be done. Now, I'm not an environmentalist. However, we don't want to cause a bunch of harm by cutting a bunch of trees down unnecessarily for one night of sleep. So if I can find somewhere that's semi-open that I may only have to cut down one little tree, then I'm good. But if the only place you can find has a bunch of trees, then start looking for somewhere else. Alright guys, I hope you found this video helpful. For you newbies that are getting into hammock camping or interested in hammock camping, if there's other questions you have about it, drop me a comment down below and I'll be glad to look into it. I answer every comment, reply to every comment. So drop me a comment if you have any questions. I'll be glad to answer them. And as always, stay bearded, get outdoors, and God bless.